lalagyan na sila nitong mga toxic substances, nitong mga lason sa katawan natin. Huwag po tayong papayag, mga kaibigan.
So she's an example of a bad source of information.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Miranda and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Dr. Vlogger. I am going to do a reaction video regarding Doc Adam's latest upload, yung Real Doctor Reacts to Bakuna. So that involves the vaccines, of course, that are being given in the Philippines. I haven't watched it, so sabayan niyo ako, and I'm really hoping na kahit papano or somehow we have the same stand regarding these vaccines in the Philippines, because as you all know, based on my previous videos, I am for vaccination, whatever brand it may be, get vaccinated. So let us start with our reaction video.
Doc, DDS ka ba? O dilawan?
No?
Kasi Doc, vaccines are very political in the Philippines. Kailangan mo maging
Tama ka ba to? Vaccines are very political in the Philippines, and I think we cannot deny that. Like ako personally as a doctor, at ayokong pakialaman yung political side of vaccination. Vaccination is majority a medical issue. It's getting harder for us to convince the general population as it is, tapos lalagyan pa ng political views, mas naging complicated siya. As a healthcare worker, as a doctor, I choose not to dwell on that as well.
Even if that coronavirus vaccine arrives, I won't do it. Even if it's free, I will still not take it. I am afraid we might get sick.
Problema na nga natin to convince the general population, meaning the non-medical people, to convince for them to get vaccinated, tapos ladagdagan pa ng maraming political issues, mga fake news. It is becoming harder for us to convince people to get vaccinated, especially now that we are in a pandemic.
The vaccines in the Philippines is tiwala or trust. Only 19% of Filipinos say in a recent survey that they'd be willing to get vaccinated.
Grabe no, 19% of Filipinos are only willing to get vaccinated.
Bukod pa dyan, meron tayong SINOVAC.
Tsaka nanggaling sa China yan, Doc. That's where COVID started, diba?
Hindi lang yun, kundi medyo magulo ang relationship ng China at Philippines, diba?
Sabi nga ni Doc Adam, medyo magulo yung relationship ng Philippines at saka ng China, especially yung mga hindi talaga believe sa China. One of the reason why people have been hesitant in getting vaccinated is SINOVAC. It is made in China and less efficacy rate nga. Marami namang issues doon, and a lot of us have already explained our side, our stand regarding that vaccine. Dahil sa complicated relationship ng China and the Philippines, mas more nagumulo yung trust regarding vaccination, and since SINOVAC is the first vaccine that arrived in our country, marami ang ayaw nung una. However, majority of the doctors, I was very much impressed kasi hindi nila, they put aside any political beliefs, any government issues or political views, and believed in the power of medicine or in the power of science. And we all know that we believe or that we have to make a stand of getting vaccinated. And if SINOVAC yung una na dumating sa Philippines, we have to show the country or the general population that it underwent trials. It was approved by the FDA, by the WHO. Nagkaroon siya ng EUA. So, we took it. We took that and we based it on science. We based it on the result of the clinical trials. If it is able to prevent severe COVID-19 100%, then why not? Especially those yung mga high risk nga, like us.
But about the officials getting vaccinated, para sa akin, oo naman, napaka-importante na ipakita nila sa tao na ligtas ito.
I agree also, kahit ano pang sabihin nila, the fact that they get vaccinated first and people saw that, I think it also has an effect. And as doctors, we also saw doctors that we look up to getting vaccinated, our seniors, sa society. I mean, nagsispread yan sa social media. We saw, like ako, I really believed in Dr. Salvana, the infectious disease specialist. I really believed in what he says, in what he reports about COVID-19 and everything kasi talaga namang credible siya. And when he got vaccinated, vaccinated, I was also inspired doing it. Although prior to that, I made a stand naman then that I will be vaccinated whatever brand vaccines that they are. But because of his studies, because of his reports, non-political yan, I was able to know more about all these vaccines, and he has his reputation and he has been with infectious diseases studying these clinical trials about COVID-19 ever since this pandemic has begun, and credible naman yung mga sinasabi niya. So I was inspired to do it. Yung mga government officials that did it, that got vaccinated first, kahit papano, nag-boost din naman ng mga other Filipinos to do it as well.
So in my experience, it's actually hard to find a good source of information regarding COVID and vaccines in the Philippines.
Actually, my point si Doc Adam dyan. That's why, personally ako, I really read about everything that I'm saying. You cannot talk about something that you're not very well aware of or well informed of. So I've really done my research, but most na nakikita ko, most na nabasa ko are research or studies made outside of the Philippines. Konti lang talaga sa atin. However, DOH is trying hard. You can go to their Facebook page and then doon na-explain naman nila, especially pag general population, non-medical people, they can understand that. I go to people that are credible, just like Dr. Salvana. I really read his post every time. Pag may bago siyang post, I follow him. We're friends actually in Facebook. Thank you for accepting me, Doc. May mga references siyang post alongside with what he's saying, and then he's simplifying everything. Binabasa ko pa yung mga trials na yan just to really know, or just to, alam mo yung critical thinking skills natin, because we've been taught of that. Turn na din naman ako, so I can really understand most of what is being said in a data, in a study. My point nga sa Doc Adam, medyo mahirap.
Doc, is SINOVAC safe? Ligtas ba yan?
Well, base sa nakita ko online, oo, SINOVAC has been proven safe and effective after phase 3 trials conducted in several countries. Check it, inappropriate din ito ng FDA. The FDA Philippines granted emergency use.
Yeah, that's just actually the most important thing. When the vaccine is being approved by the FDA, the Philippine Food and Drug Administration granted an emergency use authorization for SINOVAC's COVID-19 vaccine. Nireview yan ng mga experts, nireview yan ng mga doctors, nireview yan ng mga kung sino man yung mga assigned sa pagre-review na yan. So I think as a citizen, you just have to trust them because wala naman tayong choice. They're going to be the ones to review every vaccines that come in our country. And may mga rules naman sila, may mga restrictions, limitations that they are recommending. So susunod na lang din natin yon.
So Doc, is SINOVAC effective?
The FDA said that in phase 3 trials in Brazil, an efficiency of 50% was observed.
Doc, medyo mababa yan compare sa ibang vaccines na 85 or 95% effective, di ba?
Hindi pari-pariho ang lahat ng pag-aaraw. They're always releasing new information and figures. Turkish study finds SINOVAC COVID-19 vaccine efficiency of 83%. Ibang bansa, ibang tao.
He really has a point. Grabe, in fairness, Doc Adam, iba-ibang bansa, ibang tao, ibang subjects, ibang population. Just the Brazil trial, like what I've said, diba yung Brazil trial, 12,000 of the subjects were healthcare workers. Kaya mas mababa ang efficacy rate, naging 50.4% siya, kasi healthcare workers that are very high at risk of exposure to COVID-19. And that was the Brazil trial. Tumaas yung efficacy rate niya sa Turkey, sa Indonesia, because yung most na subjects that were included in those trials were not healthcare workers, general population siya. So tumataas ang efficacy rate.
Personally, para sa akin, ang pinaka-importante pagdating sa vaccine na ito, preventing severe and moderate infections 100%.
All these vaccines have been preventing, well, almost all, kasi diba, nag-change nga yung figures. The most important thing is preventing severe COVID-19. Especially yung ayaw na nating matubuhan, ayaw natin to the point na ma-ICU na sila. Nakakaawa po.
Well, base sa online, I would get SINOVAC, that was the only vaccine available.
Oh my gosh! I've been impressed with Doc Adam's videos talaga and Doc Adam's principles regarding fake news, fake medical information. Pero this answer of his, masasabi ko talagang 100% I agree. Pareho talaga tayo, Doc Adam, ng iniisip.
I have two options, Doc Adam. One, walang vaccine. Two, SINOVAC. SINOVAC na lang, ganyan.
Precisely, yun talaga yung minimin namin eh. Kasi nung dumating, pinaka-first na vaccine, SINOVAC. If walang vaccine to SINOVAC, Saan tayo? Doon tayo sa SINOVAC, so may vaccine that is preventing 100% severe COVID-19. Yun lang naman yun. As easy as that. And then AstraZeneca arrived later than SINOVAC. Yung Astra is advised para sa mga seniors. So, as a doctor and other healthcare workers, isipin mo lang, at least mabibigay natin yun sa parents natin, sa mga seniors, since there's scarcity of vaccines nga. Thank you, Doc Adam, for saying that. I was impressed. Pareha pala talaga kami na iniisip, and as a doctor, it makes us proud na medyo madami nga ang doctors right now that think of the same thing.
Hindi ko sinasabi sa inyong lahat na dapat kayo mag-SINOVAC. Baka na kayo dyan.
Totoo din naman, especially the general population, yung sinasabi natin we have to respect each other, especially the doctors, the healthcare workers. They have a choice. They have a choice of the vaccine that they want. But in our country, syempre, because we are overpopulated, it would take us months and even years to be vaccinated na yung 70 million na goal natin because 104 million nga po tayong tao dito. Sa dami po natin compared to other countries and sa konti lang po yung vaccines talaga, we really have to start now. We have to start earlier kasi in every day, especially na increasing or surging cases na ng COVID-19, we don't have that much manpower already kasi yung mga nurses or yung mga nagba-vaccine, kailangan na din sila ng hospital. Kasi kailangan natin mag-work kasi sobrang dami na nga ng admissions ng mga COVID pa and you know, it takes a toll on our healthcare workers already. Tapos syempre yung magbabakuna. So kailangan talaga pag available na yung vaccine, may nagbabakuna na on that specific day, on that specific schedule, go and get vaccinated. Kahit mabakunahan ka pa, you still have to wear mask, you still have to physical distancing, hand washing, yung mga safety protocols.
Yes, what kind of kumakit ang dandaman ninyo? Okay, politics.
It doesn't matter if you think yes, dalawan, o kung ano ba? O decide that.
Huwag nang gamitin yung political issues of the country or kung ano-ano mga fake news dyan. You read about it, you ask the experts, be updated. So yun. I am very happy that I did this reaction video. Like what I've said, it's the first time that I watched the video. Sa totoo lang, I was a little bit nervous. Baka sobrang opposite ng paninindigan namin ni Doc Adam since I really looked up to him, especially in the YouTube world. And I'm so happy that he thinks the same way. And there you have it, guys. My reaction video in his Bakuna video. Like and share this video. Like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Click on that notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. And see you in my next video. Bye-bye.